on behalf, or we're helping these three young gentlemen from Nautilus Middle School. This is part of their project. Would you guys like to say a little bit about your project and why you chose this activity? What kind of project is this?
This is, well, we have different teachers. One is Mr. Fernandez and Miss Lanzo.
Okay.
We are from United States history.
All right.
So we have 10 hours for our high school thing, and we have to do 10 hours of community service. So now this is helping us because this is 4 hours.
How did you choose a beach cleanup?
I chose this beach cleanup because I see a lot of beaches when I go to the beach to have fun, and it's really dirty, and I just want to clean them up so everybody can have a fun time at the beach.
Awesome, good stuff. Okay, so a few things to keep in mind. I want to just say a few words about safety. It's intended to be a fun activity and a way to give back, but there's a few things you should keep in mind that could be potentially hazardous. So the first is sharp objects like broken glass or rocks. And for that reason, we're going to give everybody gloves and make sure that you're protected. The other thing that you should be on the lookout for, we don't expect it, but there's always the chance you could find a needle or something like that. So it's very important that you always pick up with your eyes first before your hands. So look at what you're touching and then pick it up. If you see something that freaks you out or makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to touch anything that you don't want to. If you should find a needle, please come get one of us. We will put it inside of a water bottle, we will seal it, and we will throw it away so that nobody else will be harmed, okay? So you're gonna have gloves to be protected. We also have sunscreen, bug spray. We're gonna be in the forest, so you might want bug spray. We've got a water cooler for refills, and we have first aid should there be any cuts. There's also branches, that's the other thing. As you move through the forest, make sure you're not cutting yourself on any of the trees, okay? So basically, we're gonna divide into two groups, and we're going to send you in teams. And a couple of the things that we're going to be doing today, in addition to just picking up trash, is we're going to be separating hard plastic. And so by hard plastic, I mean not a plastic bag that's soft and squishy, but like a water bottle, a cap, a straw, okay? Most of the things that you're going to see are going to be hard plastic. Styrofoam, not hard plastic, okay? The reason why we're gathering hard plastic is we're sending it back to a partner that works with Procter & Gamble, and they're going to be repurposing it for a new line of shampoo bottles made exclusively out of ocean plastic. So it's a really cool project we've offered to help them. So
it's going to be the hard plastic we're looking for, okay?
Okay.
So if you're on the hard plastic team, this is what you're looking for.
Okay. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is collecting data on what we find. So we've got these data sheets, or the app if you've downloaded it, the Clean Swell app, and basically you're going to catalog how many straws, how many cigarette butts, how many bottle caps. So you can work into either teams of 2 or 3, however you want, but you're going to simultaneously separate the hard plastic. We're going to give you a separate bag for the hard plastics, and then the data sheets. Okay?
Have the adults do the data sheet?
Yeah, if the adults want to go with their kids and write down the things as they pick it up, that's great too. And the reason why we do this is because this all goes into a central database from the Ocean Conservancy, and it is the only snapshot of marine debris in the world, so that we can know, is it getting worse, is it getting better, what kinds of things are we finding? And we really use these things on a local level to drive policy. So Dave, for example, was instrumental in banning styrofoam in the city of Miami Beach. We've been working with Coral Gables to ban plastic bags. And when we are able to go to City Hall and tell them that today we pulled out 50, 100, 1,000 plastic bags out of the mangroves, or how much styrofoam we're picking it up, it really helps the government to know how bad the problem is. And so we can not only clean the environment, but we can also advocate for change out in our public lives, okay? Yeah.
This is like styrofoam, right? Just like the styrofoam containers that you get, but bigger, right? I want everybody to watch what happens. Watch what happens. It breaks apart. Look, see that piece flew away?
Just littered.
Right? I just littered. Accidentally. But this is why I don't use styrofoam. Because it breaks up into these little teeny beads. And you saw how hard it was to pick up the big pieces of trash, right? Imagine trying to pick up these little pieces of trash. But you know what else looks like? What does this look like, maybe?
Snow.
Eggs.
Eggs? What kind of eggs could they be?
Turtles.
Like turtle eggs or fish eggs. And so anything that eats turtle eggs or fish eggs, what are they going to do?
Choke.
They're going to eat it. Would you like to eat this? You want to take a bite? And take a big bite? Why?
They're not supposed to live, but it's bad for you.
Right, it's plastic, it's chemicals, it's made of oil. And we don't want to eat that stuff, right?
Styrofoam for packaging.
Exactly, spot on, which is exactly why we banned styrofoam in Miami Beach and in Coral Gables,
Oh yeah.
right? Because this stuff is bad. It gets into the storm drains, and then the fish eat it, and then what do we eat? The fish. You might as well be eating the styrofoam, right?
So the next time you're at a restaurant and you see that they're serving their to-go in styrofoam, you can politely ask the manager, and you can say that you really wish the restaurant would use some more environmentally friendly materials. So that's something we can do. We can do things in our own lives, right? The bottles, the bags, as we mentioned, the straws. And we can also be an advocate for the cause, and we can tell other people. Who knows what the single most littered item in the world is? A bottle. Nope. I don't think we saw many of them today. Plastic bag.
Nope.
So
20%.
it's actually cigarette butts,
20%.
okay? The butts of the cigarettes are actually made out of plastic and they're not biodegradable. So it's the single most littered item in the world, and they often become food for seabirds and other marine life. So why does it matter if we have plastic in the ocean? Who cares? Why does that matter? Why is it bad? Exactly, especially the plastic bags. Do you know what turtles eat? Jellyfish. So a plastic bag floating in the ocean a lot of times looks like a jellyfish to the turtles, and they might eat it. Every single piece of plastic ever made, ever used on this earth is still here today, and we're picking up a good chunk of it. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's only been 50, 60 years since plastic was invented, and it will take hundreds of years to go away.
So when you use that plastic straw, that's gonna live on this planet 10 times longer than you will. I don't know about you, but I don't feel that special to create something, use something for 5 minutes that's gonna last for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? So we can all think about what we do in our own personal lives to reduce using single-use plastics. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but when you go to the grocery store, if you only get 2-3 items, how many hands you have? 2, right? So we can carry stuff with our hands. We don't always need all that stuff that they give us.
Bring your own
Bring your own bags.
Yeah, and if you forget, you can put it in the cart, cart it over to your car, and load up your car. So there's things you can do.